Hey there, welcome to Seed, Soil, Water. I'm so glad you're here. This channel wouldn't exist without our amazing collective. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday for readings at 10 a.m. Pacific and Friday nights for new Flower and Fire podcast episodes. Be blessed, be well, be free. The science of stress hormones and subconscious programming. Stress is a natural response to perceived threats, activating the body's fight or flight system. When faced with stress, the brain releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to prepare the body for immediate action. While this response is helpful in emergencies, chronic stress can negatively affect our behavior and reinforce deeply ingrained patterns. Stress and reverting to old patterns. When stress hormones rise, the prefrontal cortex is suppressed. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking and decision-making, is less active under stress. This makes it hard to think critically or form new habits. The limbic system takes over. The limbic system, particularly the amygdala, becomes hyperactive, prioritizing survival instincts. This shift causes us to revert to autopilot behaviors stored in the subconscious. And old coping mechanisms resurface. These autopilot responses are often patterns learned early in life. For example, someone might withdraw, overeat, or become defensive because these behaviors once helped them cope with stress. The subconscious and behavior patterns. The subconscious mind operates like a hard drive, storing beliefs, memories, and habitual responses acquired through repetition. Many of these patterns were formed during childhood, when the brain was highly impressionable. Over time, these patterns become deeply rooted, influencing our actions and reactions automatically. Under stress, the brain defaults to these subconscious programs because they require less energy than creating new responses. While these patterns might feel comforting or familiar, they often no longer serve us and can perpetuate cycles of negative behavior. So how do we uproot subconscious programming? Changing subconscious programming requires intentional effort to break old patterns and form new ones. Here are some examples of effective strategies. Awareness and mindfulness. Recognize triggers. Pay attention to the situations that provoke stress and old behaviors. Journaling can help identify recurring patterns. Practice presencing. Techniques like deep breathing and mindfulness meditation can reduce stress and keep the prefrontal cortex engaged. Pause before reacting. Building a habit of pausing creates a space to choose a new response instead of reverting to old ones. Reprogram the subconscious. Visualization and affirmations. Consistently visualize desired behaviors and affirm positive beliefs to overwrite old mental scripts. Hypnotherapy can access and reframe subconscious beliefs. Another approach is neuroplasticity exercises. Repetition of new habits reinforces neural pathways, gradually replacing the old ones. And I like to be a realist and recognize that the storms of life, even looking at the Fibonacci sequence, which is kind of like the essence of the creator's DNA, which is therefore kind of the reality in which we live. So we know that a storm is going to come eventually. So proactively getting on this activity of repeating new habits to reinforce new neural pathways is great work to be doing in preparation for whenever the next storm of life hits. Releasing emotional baggage is another important aspect of this work. doing inner child work, addressing unresolved childhood emotions that contribute to current coping mechanisms. Therapeutic techniques, including modalities like EMDR and EFT, emotional freedom techniques, can help process past trauma. Cultivating stress resilience through exercise, healthy nutrition, and building a support system of trusted family and friends or therapists provides emotional support during challenging times. And setting conscious intentions. Setting daily intentions aligns your thoughts with your desired outcomes, reinforcing new patterns. For instance, if stress usually makes you avoid conflict, an intention to engage calmly sets the stage for conscious action. Uprooting old subconscious patterns is a gradual process. The brain's neuroplasticity which is its ability to rewire itself, means change is always possible, but it requires patience and consistency. Celebrate the small wins along the way, as even minor shifts in behavior signal progress. Also, look for the small wins and write them down as you notice your reactions becoming different than they used to be. This will encourage your subconscious to realize that you are indeed reacting differently, and it will help it to continue with this new pattern. Stress hormones can lock us into old patterns, but they do not have to define our future behavior. By combining mindfulness, emotional processing, and intentional habit formation, we can reprogram our subconscious and create healthier, more adaptive responses. In doing so, we reclaim our power to respond to life consciously rather than reactively, transforming not only our behavior, but also our overall well-being. Stay tuned for more information on how to subconscious reprogram, and check out the link below to join our weekly workshops where we are sampling different life approaches, different reality creation techniques, and ways to uproot the subconscious programming and planting new seeds for a new future and a new beginning. And so it is. Be blessed, be well, be free.